Strike! Peanuts! Get your peanuts!
Nice move here. Hot dogs, get your hot dogs here.
Hear ye, hear ye. We are reporting live from the Lincoln Lounge for Honest Abe's Sports Report. We will be covering all the hot topics surrounding the sports world. Please follow us across all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also find us on all listening platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. As always, I'm the sexy Gretzky George Cresco, and I'm alongside a few sports enthusiasts that are football throwing, baseball bat swinging, basketball dribbling, swinging for the fence. It's a fucking home run, Tito.
It's gone!
It's gone. But sitting next to me is Ulysses S. Rant, Kyle Carini,
The one and the only. Thanks for having me.
Speed Racer Hunter Combs,
That's me.
and the one, the only, Tito Round Tripper Baseball Whisperer.
Happy to be here.
How the hell are you guys?
Peachy. How about you?
Just peachy?
I guess.
I like peaches. I forgot to do a little fog. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing all right. It's nice to be back. We're starting to settle into fall. Starting to kind of feel like football weather a little bit. We'll see what happens, man.
I've loved the weather so far. Oh, my God.
It's definitely been cooling off a little bit, almost starting to feel like fall. So
I woke up earlier in the week, and I'm like, God, it feels like I'm going Browns tailgating.
Yeah.
The weather, I'm like, I put a
right
hoodie
here.
on right before I went to work. I was like, this is fantastic.
I don't know about you guys, but like, it kind of seems like my mind just kind of shifts a little bit back into the fall football mode.
Yes. The
Best time
weather
of the year.
changes. You start
Yeah.
seeing leaves all over the ground. Like, we had
Yeah.
that bad storm last week, so, like, there was leaves. I'm like, fall.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like fall.
It's the imagery.
Tito, how the hell are you?
I'm awesome, man. I'm hoping we can close out this tense affair here with the Cubs. And
Yeah,
happy
we're
to be
watching
here
this game
talking
live
some
here.
sports. Yep.
Tito, you want to plug in Guards Up Cleveland real quick?
Yes,
Little
Guards
plug?
Up. Yes, Guards Up Cleveland. Baseball specialized website. Guards Up Cle. Daily recaps and every other Saturday morning, brief 10 to 12 minute monologue talk show. So this coming Saturday will be the next episode, August 17th. Guards Up Cleveland, and I get that up there by 7:30 on Saturday morning. Guards Up Cle.
Little tequila sunrise, if you will.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, go follow Tito's page, Guards Up Cle, on Facebook. He, like he just said, gives updates about Cleveland, everything Cleveland Gardens baseball, so go check that out. Before we do get started, we did hit, this week, 1,500 followers.
Hey!
So that is awesome. So I want to thank all of our listeners, all of our followers. You guys are awesome. We can't, we love when there's live viewers, and we can't do the stuff we do without, people that listen. It makes it more fun. So we do want to thank everybody for that, and we appreciate you very much. Well, gentlemen, let's start your engines because we got to get into a lot of sports talk. Let's start off with some tribe talk. The Cleveland Indians / Guardians. Over the last 11 games, the Guardians are 4-7, which is not very great at all. There's an update. They're up 2-1 right now over the Cubs. We're watching it right here in front of us. But, yeah, they have not played great since the All-Star break. So what do you guys think's going on with our tribe right now?
Well, I'm going to say, there's definitely been a regression. We can get into more about why that is. But hey, if you want to look at one important thing, when we went into that series against the Twins, we were 3.5 games up. And when we came out, we were still 3.5 games up, despite, splitting the series. So, yeah, even though we've been losing games lately after the All-Star break, hey, as far as those key division games, we came out even. So, and it looks like right now we're beating the Cubs. So, yeah.
It's 2-1, bottom of the 8th, or end of the 8th, sorry. So going to the top.
I'm not sure if Clase will be available. Last 2 games?
No,
I know
yeah,
he's pitched twice
I believe
recently.
he's pitched. Yeah, I believe he's pitched like the past 2 nights. And that's the thing, man. Is our bullpen, our guys are just eating a lot. They're getting way too much work, man, and it's really starting to take its toll.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I mean, their teams are going to go through their slumps. It's a long season, just like everybody else now. There really hasn't been one hot team besides, like, the Astros, like, after the past 10 games or whatever. But, like I said, I think we'll get hot again one more time. But, I mean, obviously it's the playoffs that matter. But you got to win those division games. That's all that matters.
No, absolutely. What do you guys think needs to happen to make a big playoff push? Like, what needs to happen?
All right, well, glass half full. I'm hoping, if you will, we absorb the Twins' best shot. You know, we had that bad losing streak. They had that big winning streak. If that was as close as they got, and we kind of cut that off at the pass and never let them get closer than that 1.5 games out. Because, man, after we lost that doubleheader, Friday night's game was on Apple TV. A lot of people were mad they don't have Apple TV, and then we lost the doubleheader. And boy, everything was ruined when we were that 1.5 back. But, you know, now it's 3.5, and we're stifling them a little bit. But, man, so let's just hope that, because odds are there won't be another run that defiant where we're losing that often and they're winning that often. So, but it's going to be crazy. And then with the bullpen, the guys are tired. I agree, the guys are tired. They're working too much. What do? You know, our starters are doing the best they can.
And it's just been not quite enough.
Right, what patchwork and stuff, having to go to somewhat reluctant options at times. You know, in today's game, you're always striving for depth from your starters, and with us going to second and third options based on injuries and stuff. So, and, you know, Kansas City and Minnesota still hanging around, so, you know, welcome to stretch run baseball. It's going to be like, holy fuck, don't put in Barlow. But then we beat everyone like a rented mule, and it's like these guys are tired. So what do? You have to use everybody. We have to. Yeah. While Barlow's
it's
struggling,
kind of been
we have to,
by committee thing.
Class A is pitching.
Oh, Class A is pitching.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it wasn't that long ago where closers would pitch 3 days in a row fairly frequently.
Right.
So
Mariano Rivera did it every night, I felt like.
Sure. Yeah. So that's good to see. I didn't know quite if they'd go to the well all like that, but I'm glad they did. Class A's pitching good. He's been.
Yeah, you know, and I think, you know, down the stretch here, you know, that's kind of be the key is what kind of starting pitching we get. You know, hey, Boyd had a good outing tonight. He got a standing ovation. Only gave up 1 run. So, hey, hopefully Cobb does well too. You know, but hey, good job by Boyd after that rehab he had to only give up 1 run. So
I don't even think he walked anybody, and he left after a flat 80 pitches. So not walking anyone's especially huge when you're on like a demanding pitch count like that. You know.
Yeah, and you know, so you know, hopefully that's the thing, and we can get a 6-7 solid innings out of these guys. That way, we're not taxing the shit out of our bullpen. You know.
Right. With Boyd and Cobb seemingly competent and ready to help right now, then Cantillo's a depth guy, which is good. I like Cantillo, but he should be a depth guy. He's got 2 major league starts, you know, and
he's got some experience. So.
Yeah, I like him better as our 6th starter right now than our 4th or 5th starter.
I don't want Carrasco starting pitching if we make it to the playoffs. That's an automatic drop game. I mean, he'll have his good games every now and then, but
I feel like he's a weak link.
Well, thankfully, with these new acquisitions, Carrasco's 2 or 3 injuries away from us having to start him again, which is how it should be at this stage of the game.
I feel like right now he's just like a filler, just because, like you said, all the injuries and stuff like that. But he's getting by for right now, but he has not looked good at all.
No.
But I did want to on the other side of the sword, I did want to mention some things about the Guardians' offense. Mm-hmm. And since the All-Star break, it seems like we're not getting the hitting that we were before it.
No, I agree. Like, you think Quan was close to batting 400 before it, and then what's his name was batting 360 at one point.
But I think you might be talking about Fry.
Yeah, Fry. Sorry, yep. Couldn't
yeah,
his
and
name.
you look at, like I was going to say, if you look at their batting averages now, I mean, Quan's down to 326, Fry's at 271. I believe his average against lefties is still pretty high, over 300.
And I think Quan, though, after the All-Star breaks, down to 220 or something.
Well, Quan was running away with the batting title.
Yeah, I have his
by
average for the
points.
season.
Kind of crazy.
But I do believe if you look at the sample size after All-Star break to now, it's quite a bit lower.
Yeah, it's not good.
Noel's been carrying the weight, though, since the All-Star break. He had 2 homers yesterday.
Yeah.
He had a
Another
homer
one
tonight
today.
since I walked in. Between him and Ramirez, I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
everyone's going to get hot and everyone's going to get cold and all that. And I think Quan homered, too. So, I mean, we got the hitting. We just got to, when the time comes, just hit it consistently.
some guys cooled off. Other guys are getting it done. I mean, I think they called Noel. I think the nickname for him is Big Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noel, really intriguing. Could
So,
be an X factor for
Yeah,
us
I
down
mean,
the
some
stretch.
guys have gone a little cold, but and I know we're not, they're not really playing the Guardians brand of baseball, getting guys on, knocking guys in.
And that's what I'm just really hoping. I'm hoping we didn't peak too early, and then we're
Yeah.
just like kind of like, oh shit, well, you don't want to be peaking before you get to the playoffs. You got to play your best baseball in October.
And hopefully, those guys can come around, and hopefully everybody can hit. I mean, I guess that's just kind of baseball. Guys have slumps.
Yep. It's got to get hot in October.
All right, let's talk about kind of the playoff race. I just kind of make this picture because it makes me laugh every time.
Right.
Playoffs.
A little cross promotion there.
But like Tito said earlier, the Guardians are currently up 3.5 games on Minnesota Twins and up 5 games on Kansas City. That's not with tonight's game, which I think
Yeah.
the top of the ninth is about to start right now. How do you guys see this shaking out heading in, into October? Playoffs
Well-
going on. Like it's a race right now, boys.
Well, we've already talked about the factors about why they've gained ground on us. Luckily, we split that series against the Twins. But yeah, before tonight's game, we were 3.5 above the Twins, 5 games above the Royals. But we need to just keep winning games. But the thing is, keep in mind, we do have a series against the Royals at the end of the month.
That's what I was just about to ask. Is there any big games coming up? Big series is coming up?
I believe we play the Brewers, the Yankees, the Rangers. Ooh, it's gonna be tough. And then the Royals after that. So to close out the month, we got that series against the Royals. So
Ball game.
Nice.
okay,
All right.
Final with the guard.
officially another win for the
So that'll put
Guardians
us up
tonight.
4.5. If did Minnesota win tonight? Did they play
I
today?
don't know.
They're up. They were
Yeah,
up
they were
on the
beating
Royals.
the Royals
Okay,
again.
so it'll still say 3.5.
But the Orioles, they pretty sure it was like 8-2 before we started, and they were losing to the Nationals, and we were tied for the number 1 seed in the AL right now. So with us winning and them losing tonight, we should
Yeah.
hop them up by a game now.
Keep the pace with the Twins and
Yep.
hop back into best
Yeah.
record in the AL.
9-3.
So yeah, we kind of got a little gauntlet of games coming up, but we got to get those wins at the end of the month against the Royals, and then we do have a series again against the Twins in September.
Yeah, 4-game home series in the middle of the month.
Okay,
It helps
so-
that the Twins and Royals are playing each other right after us now, so they could sort of beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And we could sort of get back to get that gap
Yeah,
back
and I-
up. Because
Right, then you only have to really worry about one team,
Yeah.
So
And I did hear Buxton's injured again, so that's a big blow for the Twins.
lovely.
Yeah, they're as injury prone as us, so
Yeah.
we won't lose to the Twins because we're beat up, because they get beat up just as bad as us. So it'll at least be
Yeah.
tit for
Yeah.
tat on that front.
I mean, I want to get in to the playoffs, obviously, but at the start of the season, how everything was looking, there wasn't that many moves going on that we were doing. They were sort of just going to, how Cleveland does it. They want to be cheap about
Yep.
it and see what happens. I think we overachieved already. But if we can make a run, go for it. I mean, you have to. You've been leading the league the whole year. Try and get there and see what
Agreed.
happens.
How many games do you think we're going to win?
All right, so
Or finish with.
I was just about to say that. So as with tonight's conclusion, we are now 71-49. So that puts us at the 120 game mark. So with 42 games remaining, 162 game season, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I would say, if we can win 24 more and get 95 wins, that would be great.
That'd be huge.
I want 100.
I mean,
Yeah.
you,
I want that
you'd
triple.
have to win 25 out of 42, not easily done.
Yeah,
but-
no, it's
Okay, I was trying to think. I've been slacking the past couple days, but one of the pages I follow is on pace to win every game. They post what we're on pace to, and I think our pace is still about 100.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge stretch to get to 100.
But
I'm gonna give me 98.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for
Yeah.
going
I'll
into
say
the season.
95.
Yeah.
But hey, what matters is those big series against the Royals and the Twins. I mean, it'd be great if we could get a sweep in either one of those or win 2 out of 3. Because then when you get a win against your division, it's like you move up 2 games because they take a loss and you
right.
take a
You
win.
take the win, right?
Yeah. And the way the Royals are scuffling against the Twins, we might have a good chance to really shovel some dirt on the Royals by the time we play them.
Yep.
If we're, say, 6 up,
All
like,
right,
that's
so-
late with a month to go.
All right, so I see what you're saying. So the Twins can beat the Royals down, and
Right.
then we shove the Royals down more. So
Yeah.
then it'll just be us against the Twins.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, we see the Twins in our backyard for 4 games in the middle of September, so we got
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
worry about them a little bit.
Yeah, it's
so.
8-3. 8-3 Twins.
I really want to go to that one of those games against the Royals at the end of the month.
Any other tribe talk before we move on?
I just wanted to double check. Are you positive? I didn't look. I don't know. Are we home or away that Royals? I know we're
We're home.
So yes, we see the Royals 3 more times, the Twins 4 more times.
Now I'm not sure if that Twins series is on the road or at
No,
home.
we are home for that. I
Oh,
did
all
look
right.
for that. So that's why I'm saying
Hey,
that's why I wanted to double
That's
check.
great.
So
Home field advantage for 2
Yeah.
crucial series.
we control our
That's
own
huge.
destiny.
Home field advantage does fucking matter. Some players are like, no, it doesn't.
See,
Bullshit.
yeah,
It
especially,
fucking matters.
yeah.
There's the I can't think of the word, momentum shifts when you have a home crowd, man. It just
Oh, yeah.
It just
Especially the way that the Guardians fans just fire up the Guardian. Our fans fire up the team, and
yeah.
it's just great.
So yeah, the lead wasn't what it was. We're still in the lead. As the chasers, the Twins have to be defeated by that split. Like, if you believe in moral victories, it was
Right.
Right.
keeping them at bay. Like, they're chasing
Dude,
us.
and it
Like,
was
they
crazy.
needed
It was
3 out of 4.
crazy how
They
they
needed
won
to
that
make
game.
it net.
That last game.
Yeah.
The foul tip and then that huge double play.
Huge double play.
Yeah.
Man, Jimenez, monster defender.
I was listening to that game. It was great to listen to.
Right. Yeah.
Just
So-
win. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Just win.
Just win, baby. Anything else, Guardians-wise, before we move forward?
Hey, well, we'll see how it plays out. You guys want to do a little prediction how many games they'll win? I'm going to say 95.
I'm going with Tito's 98.
Yeah, 98.
98 for
I'm
you
going
two?
98 as well.
Road 94.
All right.
And then last thought on the Guardians, I'll just say, don't sweat the shrinking lead. Glass half full. It's still our division to lose,
So,
and we
Is it
still
half
are
full?
at home.
Is it half full or half empty?
It's half full.
Are you sure?
So, I'm going to follow it up. Do you think they'll win the pennant? I'm going to say yes.
Well, yes. I don't
All
want to put the cart before the horse,
All right.
but yes.
Okay, so do we have a consensus on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win the pennant.
They need to now. Like,
All
they're
right.
so you gotta. They better.
Yeah,
They better.
that'll be a hell of a one hell of a start for Vogt.
Especially our payroll compared to everybody else that's
Yeah.
going to be in it. It's absolutely insane what they're doing. It ain't Moneyball magic, but it's damn close for what they got going on.
Real quick, off the cuff though, we talked about it a little bit before the show. Grady Sizemore. Go ahead. Who has more? You guys have more information on Sizemore than I knew. So he's the new head coach
Yeah.
for.
Pretty meteoric rise. Yeah, took like a lowish paying intern job just to like break in like
Yeah.
a year or two ago. The Diamondbacks?
Yeah, with the Diamondbacks.
Okay, yeah, I knew it wasn't the White Sox. Okay, yeah.
That's where he was living at. So he literally took like a $15 an hour job there.
Right.
Granted, he's a millionaire still, but he just wanted to get experience in
His
the
foot
office
in the
role.
door, yeah.
And basically, he's like the,
He moved up to.
now he's basically the meatball for the White Sox for the rest of the year and see what the hell happens. It's-
Hey, well, they just beat the Yankees, didn't they?
yeah, yesterday.
Oh yeah, the
hey,
bar's set
hey.
pretty low. It's like, hey man, you went
Yeah.
15-50. Our winning percentage got better. You can come back.
And it's
Right.
like one
Yeah,
of
they
those.
started out like 28-90 or something.
Right.
Just
It reminds
god-awful.
me of like the Indianapolis Colts when they hired Jeff Saturday for like
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
3 games of the
Yeah.
season. Like that was just really
Right.
strange, and you're like, what? Like, is this going to somewhat jolt this team to win? Like,
He did win him a game. He literally, I think they won that Monday Night Football
Got
game.
that.
It was absolutely crazy.
got that dub.
Yeah.
Then he was gone after that.
All right, out of baseball and into football. So this past week's been a very interesting one for just the city of Cleveland, because the Browns. It's looking like it's shaping out like the Cleveland Browns are going to be playing in Brook Park here very soon.
Yeah.
A new dome stadium is in the works. First, what do you guys kind of think of the possibility of the Browns playing in Brook Park and in a dome?
Well, I think it's awesome. I think that it'll because of all the events and just the Browns being in the dome. I think it's a good move. I think the stadium we have now is just kind of run down. It'll be exciting to see it in the dome. Yeah, I'll miss fall football and winter football, but I think it's a good change just for the city in general, and it'll be cool.
It sucks for us East Siders. Like from here, it take me 20 minutes from right here to get to
So
Brown
how
Stadium.
much farther is it?
It's now 45 minutes.
It's not that far. You just go around downtown Cleveland. You go around a little
But
bend.
from here,
yeah.
it goes from 20 minutes to 45
Hey,
minutes.
but I have a question. I don't know if you guys know it, but does this plan include like a rollout field?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
I
I
would
don't.
assume probably not.
It's
See,
probably
I
gonna be
don't
like
that artificial turf. You know,
Yeah.
that's just an injury waiting. to
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, yeah, because you can't really have the rollout turf in Cleveland because it's just going to die in the wintertime. Because like
Okay.
in Arizona, you get to roll it out and fucking it's in the sunlight all day.
Yeah, but
like,
we have nice days in the winter now too.
It's basically a carbon copy of the Cardinals Stadium, but what they're going to do here. I like it personally. I think it's time. Even they're so soft about canceling football games nowadays.
Yeah.
Granted, say we get down, everyone's going to be mad as hell if, say, we get to the playoffs and all of a sudden, like how the Bills were,
Yeah.
they got snowed in. They had to go play at a random freaking place when they were technically the home team.
Yeah,
you know how mad everybody would be?
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh, yeah. We waited 25 years for a prominent home game, and then it gets moved to Detroit.
Detroit, yeah, exactly.
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, there's that side of it, but like, I like it. It's time for something new. I like outside football weather personally, but
Yeah.
I like a dome too. I'd rather be inside if it's 10 degrees.
I don't
but
know.
Whatever.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to Detroit's field. It is so cool.
Yeah.
But it's just not football. Like I don't know.
Right.
It's so weird to me watching
Well-
the game there because I went to when Buffalo. It was Buffalo or Cleveland going down to Buffalo, and the game got moved to Detroit
Yeah.
2 years ago, and it's just so weird.
Now, I mean, I've been to winter games when it's like 20, 25 degrees, you know, and you got to drink before you go in to try to get that beer coat
Then
going.
but then you're pissing every 2 minutes because you're so cold.
Yeah.
And then you have that wind chill, so then it's really like it's 15. You know, so, you know, I love the outside football weather until maybe like the end of November.
Yeah.
But then it's just when it gets brutally cold, it's like, where's the dome?
Well, right. And then, like they say, all the Browns games are sold out too, and you're like, this ain't sold out. Like you could
Right.
clearly see
Yeah.
pictures. You know, like there's nobody in the fucking stands because it's that cold.
And if you think about the revenue the city will get, just because of all the other events they can have in there.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I was getting into, like the logistics of it. Do you think I heard this on the radio? Someone's take about it. Is this gonna piss off like Dan Gilbert and the Q because now they're taking away from some of the events that
Yeah.
you could possibly have, like concerts, majority. So
yeah,
like,
and it's gonna piss off the business owners downtown.
well, that's another. But think, it's only this. Someone else brought this up. So it's only really 9 weeks, 8 to 9 weeks out of the season. So like when the Browns were gone for those 3 years, did any businesses really like close down? You know what I'm saying? Like
Well-
it didn't really affect much downtown when the Browns weren't even here. So now we're just talking about 8 weeks of them not being downtown. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
There's just such a high gross revenue now with how much money they can make doing this. And I think they said the city was going to pay. I forget, there was something they posted
The city's
about
trying
their-
to offer them money. Well, they
Yeah.
declined it again.
Yeah.
So they're just
Yeah.
waiting to hear this. Just fucking keep racking
Uh.
up this massive amount of money
Yeah.
before they. I think they're. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I hope
maybe
they do.
maybe just the Haslams are using this as like to get fucking even more
Leverage.
money, just leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that is what they're doing.
Yeah, it's to be there. It's to be right next to the airport, too,
Yeah.
from where they're talking about where it's going to be at.
And now
so.
one thing that's huge because right now where the Brown Stadium is at, like I went to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking miserable to get into that stadium.
Oh, yeah.
You can't park anywhere close. The
Pin-
Muni,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Muni lot is still a walk. I don't care what anyone says, unless you're like in the first fucking parking lot. It is a bitch to get in that stadium.
You're pinned in the corner trying to get in.
Right.
Everyone's piling
Yeah,
into that
and
spot.
the thing
Yeah.
is, there's two main ways in.
And they close 9th and they close West 6th.
Yeah.
Or West 3rd or whatever. And they close those roads. So, like,
Yeah.
now you definitely can't.
Yeah, compared to if we had something in Brook Park like this that's surrounded
And there's
by,
freeways on both
you know,
sides.
that's
Yeah.
So,
surrounded
like,
by
it's-
200,000 parking spaces.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there'll be a Muni Lot 2.0. But then you have all this parking all around it, and then you got blocks of where
Yeah.
there'll be bars and restaurants.
And they even said they're going to have like an outdoor venue outside the stadium too, so like you could still
No.
have outdoor concerts and stuff.
somewhere around there will be the airport, which I don't believe that's in this photo. But I did hear there is a plan for the airport to be
It's gonna be weird.
redone or.
Yeah.
So I don't know how all the logistics. I worry about the traffic with the airport traffic. And I mean, because you got if you got a Sunday game day and then a lot of flights coming in. I don't know. Oh, hopefully they can figure it all out. You may need a 5-lane highway.
No, absolutely. And actually, earlier in the week, we put a poll out on our Facebook page.
Yeah, what were I was just going to mention, what were the results of that?
So we did the poll earlier in the week about the possibilities of a new stadium, and everyone wants a new dome stadium in
So
Brook
that was
Park.
the majority?
That's the majority vote, and it throttled the other votes.
Okay.
So it won by like 30 votes.
Oh, wow.
So
all
people want the dome stadium in Brook Park, which is so surprising. And I understand, every game's nice weather. Like, I get it.
Did anybody have any comments about why? Or
No, just most of it was votes. There was a comment that said the parking is abysmal. Like, it's terrible. So
well,
they're
that's
like, we
the thing
need.
is, you're parking a mile away, and then if you want to go to a bar around there, I mean, I'm not talking meaning lot partying, but if you just want to go to a bar, you're parking a mile away. You have to walk so far.
So far.
Hopefully we'll
We're
get
worried about we can't get a bar fast enough.
I hope we
I
get
love
like
it.
we get like the NFL Combine and stuff too. And once they get that
Well,
done,
and-
that's
well,
one of my favorite things
And
to
that's
watch.
the thing, too, is like people were talking about like WrestleMania possibly
Yeah.
with this new stadium. Bigger
Yeah,
bigger
and-
events, bigger concerts, bigger.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is Cleveland is the Rock Hall city, so
Yeah.
I mean the concerts we're gonna have a lot more concerts.
Yeah.
And then ultimately get a Super Bowl and, like I said, torture
Yeah.
all these reporters who are praying for whatever Miami, Vegas, San Diego. Well, San Diego.
Oh yeah,
but-
they'll
but
definitely
yeah.
give us a Super Bowl.
Right, yeah, so that'll just be classic, all those beachcombing reporters like, all right, I can't wait to hear where we're going next year
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl.
I mean,
oh,
I
it's
just
Cleveland,
think I just
cool.
think it'll be awesome. Just imagine all the fun and the party all around there, and then it's like, all right, we're going to the doghouse. Are we going to call it that?
And that's
Are
what
we?
I'm wondering what they're gonna call it. Like, the dog. That would be a good name.
Yeah.
Fucking, you better fucking trademark that shit right now. We can make some serious dough, bro.
Yeah. Not to say is we're calling it the doghouse.
Doghouse. Oh shit, that's
We
funny.
can't tell a lie, right?
No.
Can we pipe in fake snow every 2 years? Like,
Just like a.
that's my
machine.
biggest hang-up.
Yeah.
It's like, I know, whatever, we don't see a ton of games in the snow, but my every 3 or 4 years where
Right,
we get
so
that,
like the ski-
visuals
like
of
the-
a game in the snow.
Like the
I'll
ski
miss
resorts,
that.
they just have jets just shooting out snow on the
Yeah.
sun.
Right. Well, in some wild news that also hit the Browns front office today,
Oh,
happened
man,
late
yeah.
last night. Our second-round pick, rookie defensive tackle out of Ohio State, Mike Hall Jr., was arrested following a domestic violence incident that happened late last night. There probably is going to be a suspension because now there's more details coming out. Like,
Yeah,
he held a gun up to this girl,
Yeah, I
and he
heard about
dragged her
that.
out of the house by her feet and stuff. So, like,
Downstairs.
it's gotten,
Yeah.
like, the details as
Damn.
it came out has gotten pretty wild. So he's probably suspended, if not,
Yeah.
might be off the Browns.
Yeah. He probably should be off the
When
ground.
I heard about this story, what I could think is, you can overthink it. Like, sometimes it's an advantage. The Browns certainly don't look at character as much as other teams evaluating people, which is fine because,
Yeah.
like, Mike Hall had a first-round grade. Sometimes there's advantages in that, and this isn't one of those times. This is why, he's still there right in the middle of the first round or second round with
Yeah.
a first-round grade
Right.
because of these huge red flags. So it's like I said, sometimes we get people at great value
I'll
by
tell
not
you,
being bogged down by character.
red-
But then sometimes
The red flag
Sometimes
was
this
drafting
happens.
him from Ohio State.
Oh,
Like,
don't even
that's the
start
red
that.
flag,
Don't even
Jack.
start that.
Right.
There's no prestige over there. You got to be a Michigan man, bro.
I knew you were going to say
fortunately,
something
no
about
one from Ann Arbor has ever broken the law with that impeccable track record. So,
Who?
that. Ran him out of college football. I knew you were going to say something about that too. I knew you were going to tie it in.
I started laughing.
knew it.
I started laughing immediately.
I see the smirk. I was waiting
line
for
him
it.
up, knock him down. Yeah, I walked right into that.
Yeah,
one. But,
that's just terrible timing.
but
How
yeah,
stupid can you be?
'cause,
Like,
yeah,
Well, like you were about to say the Kareem Hunt thing, right? Was that what you were about to say?
that's what I was. About,
So, like,
yeah.
Kareem Hunt kicked the girl.
Yep.
So, like,
Phil Dawson.
it wasn't a gun. So I'm like, what is going to happen? Like, is he done because it was a gun? Like, if Kareem Hunt had a gun, would he have just been out of the
Oh,
league?
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But so that's what I'm saying. So Mike Hall's probably
Yeah.
out of the league.
Yep, he ruined it
You would say,
himself,
right?
right?
I mean, domestic violence.
I mean, there's
with threatening
dragging,
with a
there's
gun,
witnesses,
yeah.
there's a
You
gun,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
And there
escalators.
was also
here.
something with like his kid was like a part of it. Like he like
Yeah.
hit her with a bottle or something. Or
Yeah, so
don't
I
know.
did hear there was kids in the house. So yeah, bad look. Yeah.
And the
bad
and he like fled the scene before the cops got there as
Oh,
well.
okay,
look. Yeah, I
that's
heard
And
that too. Yeah.
so when the cops got there, there was 2 guns laying on the bed as well. So
terrible timing. What an idiot.
and you know what's
So,
crazy?
This was our second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, second round pick.
And I think this was our last year paying the piper for the Watson trade.
Defensive player.
Defensive
Defensive
lineman.
tackle.
So yeah, he was our de facto like head of the draft because we didn't have a first rounder. I don't think this year.
No.
No, this was the last year without one. So yeah, so now it's like, well, thanks, dude.
Great.
We took a chance on
Yeah.
you, and now
Yeah,
in
sure, I
effect,
forgot. Yeah.
in effect, our draft
Yeah.
started in the 3rd round
Yeah.
because yes,
And you know
we
what's-
didn't have a first round.
You know what's really wild? What triggered this fight is they were fighting over financial issues. Now you're really fucked with your
Yeah.
financial
Yeah.
issues, you dumbass.
Yeah, instead of waiting 7 weeks or 7 days for a huge check to clear, now you
Yeah.
wonder if there'll ever be a check again because you're a
Again? Yeah.
dumbass. Yeah.
He must have thought. he-
dumbass,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Now, if he would have had better character issues and would have been in the first round, he would have had a guaranteed like base. He would
Yeah.
have had something guaranteed if he was in the first round.
He
but
did it to himself.
exactly. Yeah.
Yup.
So he
Mhm.
just. I
Yeah.
don't get it, man. So,
So he had character issues all along. Like
Yeah, that's why he was
Okay.
available to us.
Only
All
thugs
right.
go to
Good
Ohio
value.
State, bro. Thugs
Oh.
play at Ohio State.
here we go.
Oh, okay.
We'll
He
see.
said, "Okay."
OHIO. Big 60
we
man
don't-
rosters.
we
They
don't
can't
say-
all be great guys.
We don't say
Come
that
on.
bullshit in my house. Not up in here.
Yeah, they really haven't flopped on any picks like lately. And like I said, they see the
You
benefit
know
of
who's
the
the
doubt.
best pick? Is that lineman out of Michigan, baby.
Who?
The line in Zinter.
Oh Jesus!
Does the Chargers
You don't
still-
see him beating women,
No.
pointing guns.
Yeah, but
Only
he can't
stealing-
catch. They
only
needed a
stealing-
wide receiver.
Only stealing
No,
plays.
Zinter is the tackle.
No, yeah.
Lineman, offensive lineman.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry.
You said-
The wires crossed.
Well, don't they?
Zinter's the one that got hurt against Ohio State
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then missed the rest of the
I
season.
gotcha. Yeah.
The only player that looked decent for us that went to Michigan was Devin Bush. He looked pretty solid on Saturday. for
Braylon
them.
Edwards was pretty good his first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then he
He was-
looks like a middle linebacker.
Yeah, stupid pick.
All right, let's talk about the preseason. Do you think it is worth having at this point?
Well, I think maybe they should think about shortening it a game, and then making.
What do you need preseason for when you have like the
Well-
combined practices now? Like we have a combined
Yeah.
practice with Minnesota this week. You see what you need to see in those practices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from
So why-
from you being a coach in the past, yeah.
Now,
what's,
high
what's
school-
your opinion on it, George? What do you think?
High school's a little different. I'll start there because there's 180 kids
Oh,
that you're dealing with, and you're just like, okay, we need this. We need more practice time. We need these scrimmages to see. In the NFL level, you know who can hit, who's fast, who's going to make. You drafted these players. Like, you have extensive film and long.
Yeah.
Dude, you have college careers. Like, you already know what you're getting when you draft these players and where they came from. In high school, like, you get a freshman that you've never seen in your life before. Like, can he tackle? I don't fucking know. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you
So,
have
like,
to
you need
go through
to
all
see
that.
them in pads. You need to see the scrimmages. You need these acclimation days, blah, blah, blah. NFL, you know what you're getting. You don't need these preseason games. Now, like I said, you have these combined practices now with, like this week, we were with the Minnesota Vikings. Like, you see what you're going to do in those practices, period. Like, you don't need even the games anymore. Just do the
Yeah.
combined practices.
It's basically like only nowadays for like maybe a special teams guy that can make the team. You'll have
Right.
one fluke guy that either that or a running back
Well,
or
and you
whatever.
think, like,
and-
in the Browns,
yeah, there's maybe only like a few jobs that are like
Yeah.
questionable team wide.
and you think the Browns just lost the backup center for the rest of the season in the first preseason game. He's done for the
Like-
rest of the season.
they traded back for who's that guy that we used?
Yeah, we
was
got
it
rid of
Harris?
him.
And then traded back.
It's from Seattle, I
yeah, I
believe.
think it was Nick Harris. I think
Nick
his name-
Harris.
Yeah, that's what-
Yeah, so we got rid of him to pick up the guy that got hurt.
yeah.
He's out for the season, and then we get Nick Harris back. So
And a 6th-round pick, I think we got for
Yeah.
him. I don't know what happened, but basically, like for the starters, if they want to complain about, because they were talking about adding one more game, it was going to be an 18-week like
I'm
add
so
one more
fine.
game.
I'm fine with
But-
adding games.
Well, that's what I mean. The
Right,
starters
so-
were bitching. They were bitching about they don't want to do that extra game. But do you want to? Are you going to take away a preseason game and then add
Yeah.
a regular season
So
game?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking is maybe all right. So we eliminate one of the preseason games and then replace it as a regular season.
Yeah.
game.
But why even have the games? Just do the combined practices like you're doing.
Right.
Do 3 of those, and they're more controlled than a real game because people are, in the preseason game, what is preseason games really for? The rookies, people trying to really make the team. So they're going balls to the wall in these
Yeah.
preseason games to make the team. Fuck that. Like, why?
Really,
No.
it's only the last preseason game that really matters for
Yeah.
like the starters might play
yeah,
a
when
rep.
the cuts are looming.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Love played that one drive at the beginning and threw
Yeah.
that touchdown right off the rep. He's like, all right, he's good. You won't see him until the start of the season.
Right. So I'm just like, I don't think it's worth it. Like, why put anybody in the game where just have all your rookies play? Like
Yeah.
the guys that you don't, like, you're on the fence about, let them play. Let them go balls to the wall. Fucking, I don't want to see anybody get hurt in preseason.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
That's the thing is the risk of injury.
Yeah, 3. I think 3 should be the max personally. But like the starters that are already guaranteed a spot, like you take away that preseason game, you add one more. Now they're bitching about because they have an
Yeah.
extra game they got to play. But if they stay quiet and just let it play how it is, they still have that
Yeah.
extra week. Like they're not playing the preseason.
Yeah.
It's such a
The one thing about adding games, I even hated when they went to the 17 games because you're seeing records start to just
Yeah.
get shattered now.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So you add another game, now you're really gonna. Oh, I'm the best quarterback of all time. I threw for this many yards. Well, yeah, you had extra games your whole career. You know what I'm saying?
like
Yeah.
Cooper Cup or whatever with that Calvin Johnson
Yeah,
stat or whatever. It's like
yeah.
he had an extra game with Tyreek
Yeah.
Hill. It's like it's not their fault, but at the same time, it's like
right. Yeah. So the records don't really
yeah,
affect anything for me.
yeah.
Tito, preseason, no preseason.
Well, the only issue I see with ditching the preseason with these spirited scrimmages and stuff is, what if the coaches don't agree as far as the parameters of these scrimmages and stuff?
Yeah.
So maybe you need to actually do the legwork of calling it a game.
Right.
That's the only downfall I see. I mean, I know preseason's dumb and you got to pay full price.
Yeah.
The tickets cost the same as they do for regular season,
Just
and
about.
that's not cool. So there's a lot of problems with the preseason, but I just worry about just thinking ahead. If you get rid of the preseason, can we get good agreements on how these
Yeah,
cooperative practices run?
And most
all that
practice,
shit?
most practices are
Fights.
agreed for. Yeah, well, there's definitely fights.
It's all.
But that's the other thing. So say you get in a fight in an NFL game, you can get suspended. In the practices, you really don't get suspended
Yeah.
because it's their own, it's their own thing. It's not a league thing. So I don't know. I think the combined practices are more controlled as well. So there's quicker whistles. It's not like a real game. So there's not guys getting brought to the ground. Just so you know, most of the injuries happen when you get tackled and the guy lands on top of you.
Yep.
So if you stay up in practice,
Yeah, with the quick
so there's
whistles.
there's
some of that
quick
can
whistles, so there's not as much injuries. So, all right, let's get into this past week of the trade talks. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Do we have a Nick Chubb update? Anything? Have you heard anything? Anything going on? Nothing.
I haven't
heard
seen nothing.
anything since the
I
last
haven't
time we
heard
talked.
anything concrete. I'm still
There's-
hoping for the best. I heard he was progressing well, and
They're still just working them in slowly, I guess. That's about it for now.
Yeah,
There hasn't been.
I just hope he's ready for week 1.
Yep.
Like we said, I think last time, I think we were all hoping for him to be there.
yeah,
but
the
we just not-
Cowboys have good pass rushers, so be ready week 1. We'll want to run the ball.
Yeah, we need to run
hopefully,
the ball.
hopefully we'll have more updates on him on the next show.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. This past week, like I just was about to say, it's been a pretty busy week for the Browns with trade talks. This past week, we tried to get a trade deal done for Brandon Ayuk. There were talks that Amari Cooper might have been in this deal to get Ayuk along with some draft picks. What have you heard about this trade?
I heard
Possible trade.
I heard he didn't want to be here. We had it about worked out, and he shot it down.
And I also heard the Patriots offered a little bit more money, too, as well.
He didn't want to go there either.
Yeah.
So,
He's almost like Le'Veon Belling himself out of the league. He's going to play. I mean, he's going to play. I mean, he's a good
yeah.
wide receiver.
Well, I heard San Francisco's working out a deal to sign him now.
Yeah.
So,
He's going to have no other options here soon. I mean,
Yeah.
there's something with the Steelers had a base. They had a trade setup or whatever, but it was really on him if he wanted to do it or not.
Yeah, I heard he definitely didn't want to go to the Steelers just because of the quarterback situation right now. It's kind of crazy with Russell Wilson and this and that. Do you want, like, the trade, like, say it was just
So, hey,
for each other?
which one of these guys is better?
Well, Ayuk, obviously, we were packaging Cooper and stuff for him. So
Okay.
if we're to believe our talent evaluators, Ayuk is an upgrade.
Well-
I believe we had it drawn up. It was like a second and a fifth or something with Cooper for Ayuk.
Yeah.
So
Now, I know
yeah,
Coop-
he's younger and more of a deep threat. Ayuk
Cooper
is.
seems to be, kind of injury prone now that he's older.
Well, that's the biggest thing is
Yeah.
what do you want to pay for these guys? The biggest thing
Yeah.
is he's on year 4. You would have to extend him. He's younger, and you pay him a little bit more than Cooper. I'm just like, it's
Yeah.
worth the trade money-wise, like business-wise, it's worth it. But I'm just like, but you have Cooper that's been a 1,000-yard receiver, I think, the past 2 seasons for a lot cheaper, and you barely gave him that much more money this season. Like, what was it, a couple mil?
Yeah, I don't
Whatever
know.
it was?
Yeah, I don't know what their age gap difference is between the two, but this is Amari Cooper. It's probably Amari Cooper's last
Amari
year.
Cooper's almost 30
That's
years
like- yeah.
old. He's going into year 4 of his contract.
Yeah.
Ayuk is.
So
So
I-
he's like 24 to 30. That's
Yeah.
a big age range.
I mean, I can see the sides of putting Cooper in there because you're really upgrading, and if you're going to pay a wide receiver, you'd rather pay the younger guy. That's already good. It just Ayuk has been so underrated because of that stacked offense with the Niners.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's worth it, I thought it was a rumor at first that they'd throw in Cooper in there just to get
That's what I
stuff-
thought. I was like,
just
no.
get it all worked up.
Well, at
Now he
first
might be mad.
At first, I was like, oh, we're gonna have Cooper, Ayuk, Njoku, the new
Judy,
Judy. I'm just like, holy shit! And then I saw Cooper. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, they had to throw somebody in. I mean, I get it, but I don't know.
So-
I guess he's going to stay where he's at now unless something crazy comes through.
That's
and-
what me and Kyle were talking about. We We're
Huh.
like, oh, it's probably gonna happen Monday night, and we'll have to change all of our fucking slides because he's probably gonna sign somewhere else or something. But
So how do you guys think Cooper feels about this?
and that's what I heard a bunch of people
I
talking.
did hear he held out
Yeah.
until he got his money.
It's tit for
But
tat.
now
to me.
he's being
Yeah.
shopped
You know.
for a trade.
Loyalty's dead. Cooper's like, I want more money. The Browns are like, we're going to try and get a better deal out of you. So it's just, he shouldn't
Yeah.
feel bad.
He got his
You know,
money.
it's not like
Yeah.
he's a Boy Scout. He wanted to hold out before and stuff. So,
No.
that's part of the business. You want to
Yeah.
hold out. We want to shop you around and see what we can do,
Now, if he didn't get his money before that rumor came up and like him offered, now I can see him being salty and say, all right, then trade me.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But now that he got his extra $5 million, so he's making 20 this year. He's
Yeah.
on his last year of his deal. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, he's gonna have a good. He's on a good team.
And
So,
I heard a few people talking about it as well. So, like, Amari Cooper's been around the league. He's with the Raiders, Dallas. So, like, he understands that it is a business as well. So, like,
Yep.
it's not a big deal. And he's like, so what? I'll go play for the 49ers that were just
Exact-
made an
yeah.
NFC championship run. Like, okay.
And then he's gonna.
Ooh.
Then he's
Like,
gonna be
you
on
know
a-
what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal to him.
And he's on a way more talented. I mean, I know McCaffrey's hurt now.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's making $20 million this year. He'd be on another good team. He's gonna do good.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get another big contract. I don't know how big it's gonna because it's NFL and he's a wide receiver. It's
Well,
a little
that's-
different.
He's a
but
wide receiver and he's an aging wide receiver,
They're-
so he's
yeah.
not going to get a huge contract ever again.
Yeah.
But still, you make it $30 million. Fuck,
Yeah.
give me $1 million right now.
Yeah.
I'll live the rest of my life a happy dog.
It would have been a good trade. I would have been okay with it. But if not, that's on that dude wherever the hell
Yeah,
he
but
wants to go.
It's looking like
uh,
it's not going to happen now.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Right when I saw the Patriots,
Oh, hey.
he's like, "No, I'm not going to go to the Browns. I'm not going to go
Well,
there." So.
hey, I guess Cooper. Hell yeah, we'll keep Cooper.
Now, if we had that dome, he'd probably be playing for us.
see. Yeah.
want
Hurry
the
up
cold.
and
Doesn't
roll
want the
that
cold.
damn
So that's
Yeah.
actually another argument
Yeah.
too. Is like, yeah, Ayuk comes here. He's not playing. He's going to play in cold weather. Is he going to be the same type of player because it's
Yeah.
cold? The football gets a little harder.
I just thought about that.
The
too.
wind starts blowing the ball a little different.
Right.
I don't know.
Wish we had Evan Watson first.
Who would you rather have if you had to pick one or the other right now? Who would you pick?
Cooper.
Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Yeah.
Cooper.
That's tough. I definitely like the younger in IU.
It's tough.
But I'm also like Amari Cooper's been a 1,000-yard receiver, so I am the loyalty guy in sports. Like
Yeah.
How do you just get rid of him after what he's done?
been good
you know what
for
I'm
the
saying?
Browns, man.
Yeah.
And when he makes those big catches, everybody's like, "Cool!" It's awesome.
And he was hurt those last couple games
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
year,
That's
too.
the
So
only thing. But hey,
he's on his last year. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. I mean, you ain't going to replace Mari Cooper like that in the draft. But, I mean, you never know. I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully Jerry Jeudy comes through.
No, I certainly hope so. That's what we're getting into. While we're on the subject of wide receivers, how is the Browns wide receiver room looking, and do we have to go get another receiver?
all right. So yeah, what I wanted to say about this is, that new guy we got, Jamari Thrash, was making some good plays in preseason. Now I know it's just preseason, but yeah. So far, we got Cooper. Obviously, that's your one. Judy, you got Elijah Moore.
Njoku?
Well, he's your tight end. Then we got.
David Bell got hurt, too, I guess.
He got hurt.
Yeah, when he played that first series or whatever, he had a good catch. And then I forget. I don't know if it was a sprained ankle or something.
We
Yeah, I
still
think
got
I saw
Bell.
that.
We still got Bell.
Bell and Tillman got to step
And
up.
we got Tillman.
Yeah, Tillman really I mean, he did solid for what he was playing last year. But between Tillman and Bell, I think this is Bell's third year going. It's got to be his last year of his contract.
Yeah, he's got to be approaching that rookie.
The end of his deal or whatever. So I mean, he had a couple good catches last year. Flacco there, so he started just hiding behind Njoku and
Yeah.
Cooper and all of them. So I don't know. We'll see.
And to go off what Kyle was saying, I've heard about that Jamari Thrash has been turning some eyes in practice, and he did well in that preseason game. So that's definitely a guy. I forget where we drafted him at. Do you know what the pick? Anybody?
I think it was a fifth rounder.
Remember, fifth rounder.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Out of Louisville, I think.
Yeah, I think it is Louisville. But yeah, I've heard he's been turning some heads, so we'll have to keep an eye on him.
So yeah, I mean we got some depth there. Hopefully Elijah Moore can have a good season too, and we'll see if Judy can actually keep his hands on the ball. So we'll see.
I mean, and then we talked about this 2 weeks ago. When Jerry Jeudy at LSU was LSU, right?
Bama.
Or Bama. I'm sorry. I was like, I knew it was one of them fucking SEC schools.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he was at Bama, he was an absolute fucking stud.
Well, plus Cortland Sutton's a badass.
Yeah.
So he was kind of stuck in his shadow, especially when he was coming up. So I think,
He's got more weapons to hide around this time around, but he's got to step up. They were expecting Amari Cooper out of Jerry Jeudy in Denver, and he just wasn't. He'll have and really they weren't throwing to him after Sutton started coming through and all that, so he'd have 2 catches for 10 yards, and everyone's like, why the hell are we paying this dude?
Right.
And I think the Browns. I seriously wanted the Browns to draft him when he was in the draft, and then something ended up coming through, and they traded the pick or whatever. But now that he's got a new contract, which I don't think he deserved, but whatever. I mean, we'll see.
Dude, that contract was wild.
I know.
They paid him that. I'm just like, he didn't do shit. And we talked about this 2 weeks ago. He was in a fucked up situation in Denver. Yeah. Sean Payton hates his quarterback and Russell Wilson. They're fighting all the time. So
maybe they didn't really use his full potential.
And he did drop some passes, which didn't help either.
I heard about that.
But no, I hope things work out because Deshaun needs to play, and that's where we're going to head to Deshaun right now because he is cleared for contact. He is going to play. He's not going to play in the preseason game, but he is taking all the first team reps in the joint practice with Minnesota Vikings this week. But he is not playing in the game Saturday.
Now he is playing in the next one, though.
Yes, the third game.
The final
probably
one,
one drive.
Yeah, he'll hand the ball off 4 times.
Yeah,
do a couple passes.
He'll roll out, fake little ball fake here.
He'll play against Seattle for that final game, and that's about it. Really, that's all he needs to play. So
yeah, we'll see how he does. I mean, he's got a lot of pressure on him.
And we talked, Tito, 2 weeks ago. How many games do you think Deshaun Watson will play this season?
Okay, give me 14.
14 games. I can't remember what we said last week, but we were
you
right
said
around,
8, didn't you?
Yeah,
George?
I think I went lower because I think he's going to get fucking booed out of the stadium.
I think I said 13 or 14.
And I said 12.
The stadium's going to start chanting for fucking Flacco.
No.
And then, Flacco's not there.
Dude, no matter, even if he's not here because he did so well, they're going to start chanting Flacco. It's going to happen. That's why they had to get rid of him this year. Flacco could not be here this year.
Well, right.
Because if Deshaun Watson's starting and he starts fucking up, they're going to chant Flacco. Regardless, it's happening.
They didn't want the quarterback controversy. I agree.
I saw a list, believe it or not, seemingly respectable journalists, for what it's worth, had Winston as the third-ranked backup quarterback in the NFL.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Who is the best backup quarterback in the NFL?
I remember what the list had. I remember
Like
Winston
currently,
was third,
'cause
Browning was fourth. The list, I do remember, the list had Justin Fields first of Pittsburgh. It was very AFC North rich. This list had Fields
I
first.
hate Justin
I'm
Fields.
drawing a blank on number 2 right
he's
now.
from
and
Ohio
then
State.
Winston
Not even
third, and then Jake Browning had some good starts filling in for Burrow of the Bengals was fourth on the list.
He got
It was a
smoked
pretty
at the
interesting
year.
list.
Yeah.
It's got to be between Winston and Fields as like a starter,
Is
like
Br- is
experience.
Brissett a starter now?
Yeah, Brissett's starting for New
Oh.
England because Mayo's young and stuff. So
Yeah, but
they have Mayo because Mayo was on the list, but he was like towards number 10 because they have Brissett listed as the starter. And apparently that's not a smokescreen how they like list a veteran as a starter.
Yeah, so
just
that's
to motivate
that's
the rookie.
thing
I
when
think they're really
Deshaun
playing
gets
him.
knocked out after game 3 or game 4, then it's going to be on Winston.
Right, who at least according to some people is a top
he's
5
solid,
backup
yeah.
quarterback.
He's pretty solid.
But,
I mean, I like the move. I mean, he's a
'Cause,
good.
You know, now you got to keep in mind, you know, like with our new offensive coordinator with Dorsey. I mean, they scramble like they did with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So I mean, Deshaun Watson, he's not quite as tough as Josh Allen. So he gets a big hit, he's out.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you this: if Jameis Winston wants to come eat some crab legs down at the Crafty Crab, he's more than welcome.
On the house.
Yeah. You can wash dishes, you run a tab, we'll figure it out. If you don't bring your wallet, Jameis, we'll figure it out. You don't got to
We'll
put
sign
it in
some
your bag.
autographs.
Yeah.
we talked about it last time.
Come
about
on the
this.
podcast, right?
There were so many backup quarterbacks last year that started during the season because everybody started getting hurt.
Yeah, at one point it was a third of the league,
Yeah,
I think.
it's
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
crazy.
You know, it seems to me like the way the league works now is your backup quarterback, like that's like your most important position.
Yeah, we really haven't had a haven't really had a solid one since Case Keenum.
Have you guys ever watched Blue Mountain State?
Oh, forever ago. I was little, but
You ever watch Blue Mountain
No,
State?
I
So it's a
haven't seen
football TV show, and it's so
Spike
funny.
TV.
He's like, so there's the backup quarterback. He's like, no, I don't. He's like, I don't want to be the starting quarterback. I want to be the backup.
Yeah.
He goes, it's the best. I stay in here. I go out and party after the game without being sore. I can wake up hung the fuck
Right.
over because I don't have to do anything in practice the next day.
hold a clipboard.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Right.
So be the backup quarterback.
You can get paid to just
Who was
warm on
the-
the bench.
I don't know if
and
you
be
guys
ready.
remember Charlie Whitehurst was a journeyman quarterback 10
God.
years ago, and they nicknamed him Clipboard Jesus.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
Clipboard
of his
Jesus.
haircut and
Number
yeah,
6.
never even
And
played.
another,
Yeah, remember him.
and another like quarterback that's like been a backup. He's also started. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
He was around the league for quite some time.
I'll give you one that you'll probably remember. Remember Chase Daniel?
Chase
Old Missouri,
Daniel,
old
yeah.
Missouri quarterback.
Yeah.
Didn't the Browns pay Keenum a ton of money?
They
Yeah.
gave him a good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
before like.
He made a good buck.
Yeah, that was before like
Just to
that
warm
crazy
the bench.
Yeah.
Now I remember remember that game we were at, Hunter. I think we were playing Denver.
That Thursday night game.
Yeah,
He
he started and we won.
well, they handed it off to D'Ernest Johnson like 40 times that
Who,
game.
who started it?
Keenum started, but
Keenum.
But we had D'Ernest Johnson, number 30 running back. He had like 120 yards.
Oh,
They literally
yeah,
just
he
handed
tore him up.
They literally did like 40 rushing attempts with him. Because I don't know why. Because I don't know why Chubb didn't. I don't know if we had our back. I think because we were already locked in where we were at. So I think it was the year we finished 11-5. I don't. It was something. It was weird because we didn't have none of our starters barely play.
Trying to think even more backup quarterbacks. I remember like Kelly Holcomb for the
Yeah.
Browns. That was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, they had a.
Going way back, Jeff Hostetler winning the
Yeah.
90 Super Bowl for the Giants against the Bills.
With that Watson thing, I was watching. I don't know if it was Get Up. I think it was Get Up the other day. They had our first take, and they had Dan Orlovsky on. They had some like two other like younger.
Dan Orlowski,
Yeah,
the
they
guy
had-
that fucking rolled out to
Yeah.
the back of the end zone for a
You got
safety.
safety.
Well,
0-16 fucking season.
Look at Foles.
Yeah.
He was a backup and won the Super Bowl.
But they had some like two younger
Yeah,
guys that
Foles
like
is a good one.
Yeah.
Good backup.
they had like two younger guys that he was talking to, and they were like about the most pressure in like our division for quarterbacks. And this one dude was crying a river, saying it was going to be Wilson and Fields as like the most pressure. I'm like, and Orlovsky was the only one making sense because he's like, it has to be Deshaun Watson. This is
Yeah.
going to be his like first full year with like this team. That's probably going to be his best. Like we were talking about last time, it's probably going to be his best loaded team as our quarterback.
God.
It's got to be him. He's got to perform.
Yeah.
Especially
Right?
after the Flacco
All right,
shit last
going
year.
into this season, knowing what we know about Watson, who would you rather have, Watson or Baker Mayfield?
Watson. all day.
Going in, knowing what you know right now.
Watson.
Watson.
I would
How
say
would you
It's
say-
about ceilings.
I'm gonna rip
That's the
this-
reason we did this.
I'm going to
Ceilings.
say Watson, but with an asterisk, because we have the new offensive coordinator that knows how to do draw plays.
You
and
better
scrambles.
hope so, because I'm
Watson.
gonna make this clip in 10 months from now, 3
All right.
months from now, and be like, I fucking told you so. And I'm gonna bring up the last clip when I did a show last year with Dilbert, and I said the same thing. I'm like, this is gonna go down as the worst sports
Right, so we
transaction
got
in sports
three
fucking
votes for-
history.
We got 3 votes for Watson. Of course, mine's with an asterisk.
But Watson was statistically the best
You're gonna say
quarterback
Baker
in the fourth
Mayfield.
quarter.
4 years ago,
Now,
last year,
now,
what?
but I'm
He
going
played
to say
in 6 games.
I'm going to say Joe Flacco.
But better than, but Baker's he'll get you there in the fourth quarter, and then he can't see over the line. Will throw the dumbest interception
Yeah.
that there is. I'd
All
rather
right, time out.
He's not
Yeah,
cut.
I am debunking the short quarterback thing right now because 90% of the NFL game is played out of the shotgun. So under center, all right, that'll affect you. But no one takes a 3-step drop anymore from under center and throws the football.
take Watson over Baker any day. You ask all 32 owners.
Hey, you got to be on the fucking field, Jack.
I get it.
Baker threw 33 touchdowns. How many fucking Deshaun throw last year?
Baker has nobody in his division though.
So what? You are a product. Tom Brady never had a player in the division. Is he not the best of all time?
I'd rather
And
suck
he was
the-
spanking Miami, Buffalo
Yeah.
when they were terrible. The Jets were god-awful
I'd
for a
ra-
long time.
I'd rather suck 3 quarters and be amazing in the fourth and come back and win than be good 3 quarters and then get
Yeah.
down there in the clutch and throw a stupid pick, a lineman that's literally right in front of you and just snags it, kills. Baker would kill all momentum.
Baker played in every game last
No,
year, in every
he's
quarter.
not good with the white
No.
flag out.
Yeah, he had the Cleveland heart. Like I tried rooting
Do you
for
not
him. but
remember that first game? Tyrod Taylor went down,
I was
and
there.
Baker came in. It was against the Jets. It was a Monday
Oh,
night.
yeah,
It was
well,
like
yeah,
50
that.
years or some bullshit.
I was there for
And
that.
he was fucking electric. That stadium was nuts.
Yeah, he's the
Because
first.
he was
pick.
like, bang! And
Yeah.
dude, the throws he was making were just
On
boom,
point. Yeah,
boom,
I know.
boom. If Baker didn't get hurt, let's rewind a second. We played Kansas City week fucking 1. Baker Mayfield outplayed Patrick Mahomes in that
he had a
fucking
good game.
game.
Yeah, he had a good game. I'm not
Outplayed
knocking that.
Patrick Mahomes.
Nah.
He was a top 10 quarterback until he got hurt. Until he hurt his shoulder that year.
They had an interview with him a couple weeks ago that someone was talking like, if you could do that again, he's like, yeah, I probably should have took the surgery
Yeah, he
instead
did
of
say
playing
that.
through that. I forget. I think it was on TikTok. He was
No, I
talking
did,
to somebody.
Yeah. But really quick, so you're Baker Mayfield, right? There's no way that you come out of a game and replace yourself with a potential guy that's taking your job. Who
Yeah.
would do that?
Well, right, yeah.
Would you give up your spot
No.
to a guy that's behind you?
No.
I'm like, oh, Kyle, go ahead. Go give your surgery. I'm ready to play. Put
No.
me in. You know what I'm saying? No one in their right mind's ever going to do that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that type of personality either. He's
No.
like, he's
And,
like,
and the saying goes, are
I'm
you
playing-
hurt? Are you hurt or are you injured? You can play through being hurt. You can't play being injured. And he
Nope.
was hurt.
Yeah.
It was not his non-throwing arm. He fucking plays. You play.
I
No.
mean, even after he was hurt, I mean, I seen him take a few hits.
Yeah.
I was actually at the game where T.J. Watt's brother drilled him, and
Yeah.
his shoulder, I guess, dislocated. You saw him on the field. He was like, kind of like, he spun around on the ground.
They just had so much pressure on him
And
that
then,
year that he got
he
hurt.
Went into
just-
he went into the med tent, and I guess they like just popped his shoulder back into place. And then, dude, tough as rocks. He's right back out there playing. I mean, yeah, you know, he's just a really tough QB, and he
gave him the Aaron Rodgers shot.
Yeah.
Zapped him back up.
the immunation or
Yeah.
whatever it say. I actually just saw Aaron Rodgers said he regrets saying that. It was like in an interview yesterday that he regrets saying that he got immunized or whatever it said.
There's like that Sunday night football game where he got hurt, and he's like, they're interviewing him after, and his eyes are just like freaking bullseyes.
Yeah.
It's just drugged out.
That dude's a weirdo.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, we'll see how he does this year.
Yeah, maybe he can make it past like
The first
First
snap.
drive, yeah.
Jesus.
Freaking
I was
terrible
watching
turf.
that game so excited because it was pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
he came out with the American flag. They were going nuts, and then
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't even.
shit out of a movie. I mean, I'm not wishing no injury on nobody, but that was freaking those Jets fans like Mike Greenberg or whatever. That is the get
Yeah.
up or whatever. Someone called him after that, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're carting him out." Like the Peyton Manning show or whatever. Like, oh my God, he's done.
Yeah, I remember
that quick.
Yeah, I remember like Peyton Manning and Eli because they did the Manning cast for it, and they were like,
Yeah.
like no one said a word. Like it
Yep.
was quiet. Like they were just stunned. Everybody.
Zach Wilson thought he was going to get a walk in the park freaking job, and there he goes back in right away. Oh, man.
All right, let's go around the league and talk about the rookie quarterbacks coming into the season. Which quarterback do you think will have the better rookie season?
Well, I know who you're going with.
Well, I am not going with him anymore because news broke today that J.J. McCarthy is having knee surgery. He had knee pain. He's going to have a knee surgery that clears some stuff up. It's nothing major, but he'll be back for the season. But, yeah, he's having surgery, so I'm like, I don't know if he'll even play now.
Right.
Just having a minor knee surgery. So, in my opinion, right now, if J.J. McCarthy did start, he has the best weapons around him. Ready to play.
I think it's Caleb Williams. They basically.
Yeah, I mean, he has some talent there, too.
Yeah, I mean, they're wide receivers. They got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, the tight end. I love him.
That's right.
He's
I forgot Keenan Allen.
Yeah. They got Swift. He was the Eagles running back. I mean, running back's a expendable option.
Yeah,
but
it's crazy he's there now, too.
He's got a plug and play. Like, he's literally in the most loaded offense for him to go out and do it in his rookie year.
Watch out for the Bears.
Yeah, then they got – they
Dumb
were
Bears. Dumb Bears.
Fields cost him a couple games last year, but he's –
because he stinks. He's from Ohio State. He stinks.
Whatever, but it's got to be Williams. But outside of that,
Caleb Williams.
I
He's got
actually-
all the weapons.
Denver's guy. What's his
Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix. I heard he played very well in the
Yeah.
preseason game. Like
Yep.
he looked really good. I
Oh,
don't
yeah, he's
think.
going to beat out Stidman.
Yeah, I don't.
They already ruled out Zach Wilson, and then,
Yeah,
Stidman,
Bo Nix
I'm
is the
sure.
starter.
Yeah, so.
And then
I want to see Penix play. I mean, he did all right in his first game. I mean, Cousins, I don't know. We'll have to see with Cousins after that injury.
all right, I gotta say this because I thought I liked Penix a whole lot until he played Michigan. I think Michigan fucking exposed him.
Could
bad.
be, yeah.
And I'm just because I'd never seen him play that bad ever.
No, yeah.
And I thought they exposed him in that game.
No, I didn't think Atlanta was. I think no one's seen Atlanta picking him after they signed
Yeah,
Cousins.
right.
But
Well,
It's funny.
that's
the
the weird part,
Vikings.
too.
The Vikings were honest with Cousins that they didn't know McCarthy. They didn't know who they'd get at 10. But the Vikings were totally honest. Like, dude, we're taking a rookie and we're taking him early, and that's what made him leave. And then Atlanta's like, oh, the Vikings were taking a rookie early. That sucks. Come
And-
here. And then they just covertly.
Kirk Cousins knew nothing about
Yeah.
that draft pick, so I heard he was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
And that's exactly why he left Minnesota.
And he got fucking
Justin
paid.
Jefferson. So it's like, yeah, I know he's walking into an okay cast in Atlanta, but
right?
yeah.
And he got fucking paid though. Like, holy shit,
Yeah,
did he get paid?
they had
Yeah.
a choice between either paying Jefferson or Cousins. Obviously, you got to go with Jefferson. But I mean, he still got. I mean, Atlanta has some good weapons too. Their coach just fucking sucked last year and just cost them so many goddamn games. Remember, every time we'd have our parlays done,
Every time
the last
we had
game,
a parlay,
it was always Atlanta choking.
Atlanta would choke or lose.
This looks like a good spread, and then they blow it.
Yeah.
All right, so best rookie season out of these quarterbacks.
Okay, rookie season.
Rookie season.
Rookie season, give me Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams.
I'm going to say Caleb Williams, too. Although I did really like McCarthy, but with the injury, no.
I'm going to say something really quick about Caleb Williams, okay? Name a fucking USC quarterback
Oh, nobody.
that's ever made it in the NFL.
Carson Palmer for 20 games.
I'll give you Carson Palmer. I'll give you Carson Palmer.
But outside of Palmer, the only notable one that like had any highlights, and it's a bad highlight, is the butt fumble or whatever with Mark Sanchez.
Oh, the butt fumble.
He had a decent career until the butt fumble.
Yeah.
He gone.
USC's not.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
like honestly, you're going in from warm weather every game.
That's
You're
the
going
thing.
to
Yep.
fucking Chicago.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know.
But he has the best tools. It has to be Williams. He's gonna start every game. There's no pressure on him. I mean, there's pressure on him, but
Yeah.
he has everything behind him to go do it.
Keenan Allen will help him out a lot.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like he's like the unsung.
He's like the Mari Cooper.
Signing
Like
of-
for
Yeah.
Mari Cooper,
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, they're the veterans.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think Penix will get much
No.
play time?
Unless Cousins goes down, obviously, that's the only.
It's a weird draft pick, bro.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't.
No, not this year.
I remember watching that
Yeah.
live. We were at the Crafty Crab watching it.
Yeah.
Remember that? And we were like,
Yeah.
what the hell just happened? When they drafted a quarterback, they just signed Cousins for bazillion dollars.
That was the only highlight, really, of that first round because
Yeah.
it was all just whatever, like linemen or whatever the hell it was.
Right.
But, yeah, it's going to be.
I would have said J.J. McCarthy.
I know
'cause I'm a
you
little
would've.
biased,
Yeah.
but you got to go Caleb Williams here.
They,
Who do you think ultimately has the better career?
Well, I do think Caleb Williams, but I will say it seems like McCarthy's got a really good game IQ. He's well-rounded. I do think he'll have a good career in the NFL. And I'm an Ohio State guy, but I'll give you that, George.
he's going to have he has the head start on everybody for these rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And
I will be interested to see what McCarthy can do this season for sure. And I would like to see Penix get some play. I hate to see Cousins go down, but
I like Cousins.
I like Bo Nix, too. I think he'll be starting here. I don't know. He's not going to probably start off the rip.
Yeah.
But he's probably going to. Peyton's been like grooming him. He's just sitting there.
I think he's going to start.
Yeah.
I think he's playing.
Yep.
I think he's playing.
He ain't no Drew
Hey,
Brees,
is
but
there another
he's
guy
trying to
here
find.
you guys didn't mention?
We mentioned the main, but that's what's the guy that got drafted to the Patriots? I can't even think of
Drake
his name.
May.
Yeah,
Drake
Drake
May.
May.
But that other backup that they have at what's his name? It's drawing a blank to me. He's number 19. He's the other quarterback that they drafted and then like later in the
Yeah, I know.
draft.
Yeah.
Milton, I think, or
yeah,
something. I forget.
Milton.
He was pretty solid. Everyone was sitting there hyping him up. He had a solid preseason game.
You know what's weird about Drake May? He reminds me just of the guy that they drafted like 4 years ago from Alabama. Like they are like carbon copies of each other, size, arm strength. Like I was looking back and forth of like like everything. Like I'm like, that's the same fucking quarterback that you just drafted 4 years ago that you just booted. Who's the Patriots quarterback?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Yes.
Like either him or freaking Mitch Trubisky. Like he barely played any college games. He played like 10 games, and then they're like, "Oh, all right, you're the number 2 or 3 pick, whatever
Right,
he ended
yeah.
up going."
I don't like it.
Yeah, me either.
Better career, J.J. McCarthy.
Williams.
Plays in the dome.
So how many games is McCarthy going to miss?
But he ain't
They didn't say
yeah.
he's. So they said he probably wasn't going to start anyway.
Okay.
Darnold's got the job for
Sam,
now.
yeah.
Until
But
it
now
has-
he had this
Oh,
knee
goodness.
surgery. Like this, he's not missing any games. They said he's going to be back for the season. It's just a
I'd
cleanup.
start him over Darnold any day.
No, they just posted a thing about the comeback player of the year odds, and like Darnold went from like plus 35 to like 1,800 all of a sudden. I'm like, is everybody forgetting about Nick Chubb? Like,
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true too.
like
Yeah, Nick Chubb. If he
Yeah.
if he just has maybe 8 touchdowns, he's probably the comeback player.
yeah, Darnold sucks. He ain't. he
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
nothing. He's just a filler quarterback for now. J.J. McCarthy will probably be starting. You'll probably get your wish. He'll probably be like week 5.
By week 5. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
All right, to end the show, you know how this works. We got trivia, but we have our score updates.
Oh, look at that. Look at all that hair.
We have our score updates. Kyle with 0, myself with 1, and Hunter with 2. I'm going to have to add a picture of Tito in here for the next.
Oh, I can't wait. All these flattering avatars. Get
It's
me in
hilarious.
there.
I was laughing. I'm like, I had
Man,
an
I look good
idea.
with that hair.
I had an idea of like how I wanted to do it. Like I was like, did we do baseball? The baseball one was so funny.
Yeah. That's
It made
a
me
winner.
laugh.
I like it. Yeah.
All right, who wants to start us off with our trivia?
All right, I'll start.
Hold on, I'm gonna move this over so we get the background.
Now it's a pretty easy question. Basically it's a 2-parter, but if you get the first one, I
We need
guess
those.
you get it.
We need those little buzzer things, little zapper
All right.
things.
So the question is, all right.
So real quick for Tito, I'm gonna give you the rules. First one that
All
says
right.
the answer is if you have the correct answer
Yeah.
is correct,
Chime in.
and then we can rebuttal, and then you get one more opportunity.
but
Okay.
you only get the point if nobody gets it.
Right.
Correct.
Gotcha.
All right.
Here we go.
So my question is, all right. So in the 90s, Jacobs Field was built. The Indians, they were hot. So from 1995 on, so how many consecutive games did the Indians sell out?
Oh Jesus!
478?
Wrong.
All right, he's close because that was a confident.
Yeah, that
was very confident. So you can't respond until we give an answer.
Right. Yep. Now it's cycle around.
All right,
Tito was the meatball for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, that's like a year question. Like fuck.
Yeah.
And
All
I
right,
will
so
add this number is retired.
Retired.
Fuck.
Wait, what was the question? How many?
How many
Games?
did they sell out? Now, keep in mind, this was
Consecutive
over multiple
games.
seasons.
In that good old days span there. And
Yeah.
okay.
So it's got to be less than 100 if the number's retired.
No, because it goes over multiple seasons.
So 162 and then
Yeah,
two,
multiple
so-
times.
But if you said the number's retired,
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's in.
I
the
mean, yeah,
rafters.
I can understand that because they don't.
If
Obviously,
they-
no one's
I
going to play
mean,
that number, but it's like
yeah.
a.
No,
Okay.
obviously
An accolade.
nobody's going to play the.
All right,
yeah.
It's got to be close. It's got to be close because he was really confident about
yeah,
that.
he was confident with his answer and he's mad at himself.
So
'cause
1,
he's like,
2, 3. It's got to be.
all right, I'm going to go 425.
No, that's wrong. But
He's close. Okay, we're somewhere in between that. We'll go 430.
nope,
435.
nope.
Fuck.
Nope. None of you guys got it.
What is
Damn it, we're out.
All right, the correct answer is 455 games.
Ah.
Now, and the part two to it is that record was actually beat. Which do you guys want to guess which team beat that in consecutive sellouts?
Oh, I see what you're saying when you meant retired. So
That's
it's been
yeah.
beat after. I thought you were saying like a jersey number.
No, it's
Okay.
retired just as an
an accolade,
accolade.
yeah.
As accolade.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's got to be New York, right?
Nope.
No,
I don't know.
Any other guesses, guys?
that was a cheap
I have
answer.
no
I don't know.
idea.
Boston Red Sox beat
Oh,
it.
fucker.
Oh,
yeah,
no shit.
Oh.
next.
So 455. Yep, for most consecutive sellouts.
All right, Hunter, give it to us.
Yeah, you guys probably get this one. So football for the Browns. They were on the first ever Monday Night Football game. Who'd they play against?
The Jets.
Jets.
Fuck, I already knew that. I already said that on the show tonight. God damn it.
That was the only one I could think of. Like,
Tito up a point.
My dad told me he was a kid watching it, and my grandparents let him stay up late to watch it.
I don't even think I was born yet.
So Kyle's still without any points.
Yeah.
All right, Tito, give us your trivia question.
Tito
All
was
right.
quick about that.
I'm going to do the two-parter with three people. Someone should get this two-parter. When Michael Jordan retired basketball, when Michael Jordan retired to pursue baseball in '94, who won the two titles in between the Bulls three-peats? And then for a two-parter, just because I don't want it to be too easy, the first championship, Jordan retired '94. Who won and lost that NBA Finals? The first NBA Finals after Michael Jordan retired.
So the first part was
Detroit
the
Pistons.
No.
So there's two teams, possibly two teams. 2 years when he left for baseball. Who won the NBA championship?
Yeah, they won it each year, but for the kicker, who won and lost that '94 Finals?
Oh,
I'm gonna go the Indiana.
No.
No, it wasn't. No.
I was thinking like Reggie Miller.
Oh, it's not. It's not the Jazz. It's
Nope.
Oh fuck.
All right, we should just do just the
No.
winner. I didn't know it would be this. Okay, so that's fine. Just the winner will take it. But '94,
I was
Jordan retired from
two.
baseball,
I was two.
Who won those finals? Yeah, I know. I figured like championship.
Can I
easy,
guess
but then
again?
going
I'm going to
back-
guess the
And it-
Spurs.
No.
Also, no.
I already guessed twice wrong.
I don't want to.
You guessed twice, and
not
I think so. It's on you guys because he guessed twice, and you guys each have one guess. Yeah.
Fuck.
There's gonna be a whole lot of no points given out tonight.
No.
None of you guys got my question.
I know. That's what I said. No one's getting points.
All right.
Tito's the only one with a point.
I want to ask East or Western Conference, but I'll give it away probably. Oh fuck.
Well, I mean, you guys are both answering, so I guess I could answer. that.
No, he's up. I want to see what he says.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Hunter's probably going to get it if you tell him which conference.
94.
I'm just thinking
You
the best
said-
basketball
you said-
teams in that time.
Who said Detroit? Did you say Detroit?
I said Indiana.
Yep. He said Indiana, and he's already said Detroit and San Antonio. So his
The
two
Jazz.
are out. His
He
one's
gone.
out.
And the Jazz were good then, but they didn't win. Oh God, it's Oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts. You go first.
I'll be honest, I don't have a fucking clue. I'm gonna go to the Jazz.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so you're the only one eligible.
He would have been mad if I got it.
They never
I
won
know.
a ring.
Yeah, they never.
No, I know.
They have the Jordan pushed off thing. It's not the Lakers. I don't think so.
Nope, it's not the Lakers.
Who? I don't know.
It's the Rockets.
The Rockets.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Over Patrick Ewing's neck.
I was like, it's got to be
Damn.
It's got to be Western Conference.
Man, why didn't I guess New York? All right.
Yeah, they were close, but
All right, here's mine.
damn it.
What is the popular nickname for the Minnesota Vikings defense?
Skull.
Fearsome
No.
foursome.
I don't know. They got that stupid skull chant.
God, I thought you guys would know this.
No.
The Vikings defense.
He's on a Minnesota kick tonight.
This happened. Well, that's why I was like, I'm wearing the Favre jersey because that's as good a match
Is
by.
North in it?
Nope. It
I don't-
stems from a 1970s team.
I'm out. I don't know.
But, I mean, you've heard. You're going to know it once I say it, probably. Any guesses?
Ain't no one getting
No.
points.
You're going to. Nothing?
Yeah, the Rams were the fearsome foursome. Hold on, who the fuck were the Vikings? give me 10 more seconds. The Rams were the fearsome foursome. Oh, no, I don't know. You can say it.
Kyle, any guesses?
Kyle needs a point.
No.
I don't know.
he's scoreless again. All right, the answer is the Purple People Eaters.
Oh,
Damn it.
Should've
That's a
known that.
good one, yeah.
Did
Someone
anybody?
should've known that.
So wait. So you guys got points because you guys
Just Tito.
Tito's only one.
Tito's got-
I had to jump on the board.
Tito's
That
got
was
a
good.
scoreboard.
Hunter's question.
Mine was the only easy one.
All
Everything
right.
else is a freaking
And God
math
damn it, I
equation.
was slightly behind him. Damn it.
So you only get a point when you know it. Okay.
Yes.
Purple people eaters.
What's going on here? Oh, there we go.
Damn.
All right. So all I got to do is keep coming up with good questions that you guys won't know.
Yup, that's it. Play defense.
So
until you
he's
build up
like-
the
even
point.
though I have 0, I don't want.
He's
you
like,
guys
I'm going
to
to keep
ahead.
asking George baseball questions because I'm like, fuck.
It's like a
Damn it.
it's like a trivia bye week right there. Ain't no one getting nothing.
I thought mine was like good enough so
See,
you
that's
guys
the
would
thing.
know.
So we're all going to come up with really good questions. That way, nobody can get ahead.
Am I still
right.
leading? I think I have 2, right?
Yeah, it's 2 to 1 to 1 to 0.
So
Yeah.
now Tito's on the board with 1.
I'm going to have to get Tito a
Yeah.
nice little graphic up on the board. All right, before we end the show, do you guys have any final skid marks?
Hey, big win for the Guardians tonight against the Cubs. I always like to see the Guardians beat down on the Cubs. So hopefully we take this series. And we got the Brewers coming up and the evil Yankees coming up. So hopefully the Guardians can keep it up. So go Guardians.
Tito, final last words?
Yes, go Guardians. Keep holding off the Royals and Twins in that pennant race. And I wanted to give shout out to the Diamondbacks manager, Torey Lovullo. Thinking of all Voigt's success, had me thinking of other good managers. And World Series runner-up out of nowhere last year. Making some noise in the NL West. 3.5 back against the Dodgers. In a tight race with them and the Padres this year. So shout out to him and shout out to the Guardians to keep this pennant drive going.
That's the doghouse talking.
Well, the doghouse is over there. Kyle or Hunter?
Go Guardians, go Browns. I don't know who they're playing this weekend.
Vikings.
Vikings, of course. So, I don't know. We'll see. That's about it. Just win some freaking games.
Win some games. My final last words, as always, is always live and die with the deep ball. But that's going to do it for tonight's show of the Honest Abe Sports Report. Well, there you have it. As always, I'm George Gresco alongside Kyle Carini, Hunter Combs, and the baseball whisperer himself. Please share the show, tell a friend, follow us across all social media. Be on the lookout for the next sports report coming in the next few weeks. Don't forget, Honest Abe will tell no lie. Bye-bye.
Steer right. Peanuts. Get your peanuts.
Baseball beer. Hot dog. Get your hot dog